Blessings to you. Welcome to a special edition of Artist Impact. In fact, we're calling this Artist Impact Live because we're here at the Youngstown Playhouse for the kickoff of the Smooth Summer Sessions. Yep, that's right. Tonight is Kim, let me get this right, Kim Waters. 25 albums, 4 decades of chart-topping music, and that's how we're doing it here in Youngstown, Ohio. Sharon Ray North, Fritz Germain, who are bringing this show and this series to us. It's going to be a fun night. Thanks for tuning in.
I'm Sharon Ray North, Youngstown native, and this is my business partner, Fritz Germain, and we want to welcome you all to the very first session of Smooth Summer Sessions at the Playhouse. We're going to have 4 shows this summer. This one with Kim Waters. On June 28th, we have Paul Brown and his featured vocalist, me. On July 12th, we have fabulous bassist Christian de Mesones, and this is his manager. And then on August 30th, we'll have, everybody knows James Lloyd. Yeah, we'll have James Lloyd and Alexander Zonjic, so make sure you support because this has been a long time dream of mine, and now it's here, and we want to do this every summer and even at other times if we can and if we get enough community support for it. While we're up here, we want to take a second to thank the people who have engaged and supported us. Charlie Staples and Pit Boss for their catering backstage and at our VIP reception. We want to thank Town Place Suites in Canfield, Marriott for comping us tons of rooms throughout this whole event. J.E. Washington Funeral Services and JLEX, and Fritz's accountant in Virginia, Cole and Associates, and the Buckeye Review. You guys, you got new owners, and they are supporting us with ads in the Buckeye Review, and just people, from town who have supported. So we really, really appreciate that. Fritz?
Well, I want to say thanks for coming out, for supporting us, and we're looking forward to a fabulous show with Kim Waters and the other successful shows coming up also, okay?
And we are here with Youngstown's darling, Sharon Ray North, her business partner, Fritz Germain. Now, here's the thing. We've already done some pre-roll with you. We've done the podcast, and now it's game day. It's game day. Fritz, what do you think? How you feel, man?
I'm feeling good. I'm very positive about this. I think it's going to be great. I was upstairs talking to Kim, and he seems to be enjoying it, which is a good thing. So we're looking forward to it. Yes.
Absolutely, but how much, I won't use the word stress, but how many nail-biting episodes have you had? Because you just did a show the other night in Richmond.
I did a show in Richmond the other night, and we left out the very next morning. We started this whole thing like maybe in December, talking about it and meeting with the post office people, and
right.
and seeing how everything was going to pan out, and everything seems like it's going to be what we want it to be. Yeah, we're excited about it. I mean, I've had a few sleepless nights, I have, but it's the newness of it.
Yeah.
And when you do things like this, you can really only control so much, and then you're just hoping that the people come out.
Certainly.
And support it.
Certainly.
We've worked really hard, and I've said to Fritz on more than one occasion, I says, God would not allow me to work this hard and then it not happen the way it's supposed to.
Put it this way, we've done all we can do to make it work, to make it possible for it to work.
Yes, we have.
We've done everything that you can do. Now it's up for the public to show support, the community to show support, and come on out and show us some love.
Well, we've been screaming it from the rooftops, from every platform that we own. We've been talking about not only this show, but the entire series, you know. So let me ask you though, however, and specifically, Fritz, and the only reason is because we've had the podcast and we've heard of Sharon, but Touch of Class is a 50-50. So from your vision, when you were just sitting down thinking of the idea, what were some of the visions, some of the things that you absolutely wanted to accomplish?
First of all, I want it to be a success.
Yeah.
You know, Sharon and I talked about it. I personally wanted it to be done next year.
Okay.
Right, because and that would get the fundings and everything else. But
is it woman's intuition? Is that what
it is? Hey, let's do it this year. And I said, okay, let's do it. So we went on and did what we could do to get it together and to make it work.
Yeah.
And so far, God has blessed us. Yeah. You know, with everything, with people like you helping us out, and everything else. I mean, everything has fallen into place. My son-in-law to be able to do the driving for us and everything else. Yeah. So we've been blessed.
Yeah, and we've had, you know, businesses like, you know, Town Place Suites by Marriott that just stepped in and said, hey, you know, you got bands and stuff coming. We'll give you 2 nights per show, 10 rooms for free. They're comping us these rooms. And that helped save us a lot of money. We had Charlie Staples' Pit Boss.
Yeah.
You know, Casey Pitt. He's catering backstage. He's catering the VIP reception at his place, just doing it for us. We've had J.E. Washington Funeral Services and JLEX contributed. We've had the Kidney Group made a donation. We've had Fritz's accountant, who's way in Virginia, where we live, decide to just donate and help us out. My mom, Frances North, born and raised in Youngstown, Ohio, 86 years old, she said, here's $1,000, you know? So we've, and the Buckeye Review, those young ladies that have taken over the Buckeye Review, I'm so excited for the Terrell sisters, and I reached out to them and they said, absolutely, we'll run some ads for you. You know, just put our logo up. And so, I mean, we've had a lot of assistance, and we hope that when we do it again next year, notice I say when we do it again,
we will.
You know, that people will be more, you know, sometimes when you're just starting out, people are kind of side-eyeing you a little bit like, I don't know about this.
Right.
You know, so once they see that we've done it, and
they'll be more receptive.
They'll be more receptive next year.
You made the precedent. You set the precedent for
it.
But, you know, we have to say this, because I know your time is very valuable. So thank you for just stopping by pre-show. I'm going to check you out after the show,
for
too,
sure,
to get
for
your
sure,
response.
for sure. When we're dressed
and when we have our
right. You know what I mean? But what I want to say, though, I really do, I want to say this for all of the viewing community, is how proud we are of you. You came, born and raised in Youngstown, Ohio, a product of our school system, Cardinal Mooney High School. You started living your dreams immediately. And that's something that all of us in Youngstown, we applauded, because you went and made your dreams come true, and now you're giving back. So from my heart to yours, you're a dear sister.
The thing is, you know, people talk about dreams and dreams and dreams. You can dream every night, and then you wake up.
Right.
And that's what you have to do with those dreams, is you have to wake them up.
That's right.
You know, when I started singing professionally, and somebody said to me, do you just woke up one day and decide to become a singer? I was always a singer. I just decided to let the singer become.
Come on.
You know, I didn't become a singer. I let the singer become, because singer was always there.
Bring it to
You know,
fruition.
So, yeah.
Make it
so
work. Yes.
To anybody out there, no matter, I mean, you know, people say, no matter how old you are, you can make your dreams come true. That's not necessarily true, because if I wanted to be a ballerina at my age, that's not going to happen.
I understand.
You know,
Definitely.
So the dreams that you are still capable of doing, do them.
Right.
You know, and if you fail, that's okay. You know, life's not perfect. Sometimes you fail at things and then you just try it again.
Bounce back.
You gotta bounce back. You
Yes.
know, for all the young kids who may be watching this, do it. Whatever you want to do,
Nothing
do
is
it.
impossible.
Nothing.
Nothing is impossible.
And for people who may want to poo-poo where they've grown up, it can happen in Youngstown. It can happen anywhere.
Everybody comes from somewhere.
You gotta believe. You got to have the belief.
Gotta
Well,
believe.
thanks for
do it.
showing us, man.
It's
Thank
my
you
pleasure.
for coming to our city.
It's my
Thank
pleasure.
you for lighting it up with the
It's my
smooth
pleasure.
summer sessions. Dear sister, thank you so much. Like I said, we're going to check you out after the show.
Oh, for sure.
All right?
For
And
sure.
see how decked out you are.
We're gonna
My makeup's gonna be the same.
We're very excited to have this jazz series here. Anything to open the community. The three words of this place is Youngstown. This is our hometown, the Community Playhouse. It's for you guys. So different events like this, we are grateful to have somebody as renowned as Kim Waters and the band to be here. So thank you guys for being here. Please come out for more events. Please come out for the rest of this jazz series. We also have 9 to 5, the end of our 99th season and the start of our 100th coming up very soon, where we will be doing and opening that with Beautiful, the Carole King musical. So songs throughout their repertoire, through the Brill Building and all those years.
I'm here with John Cox, who is the director, the president of the board of directors.
That's right, that's
here
right.
at the Youngstown Playhouse.
Yeah.
Now, how long have you served in this prestigious position?
I have been the board president now for the past 4 years. They said they could only keep me as 3, but they won't let me. I'm sticking around for a while, so I'm honored though. It's something. I always dreamed of doing some community service, and this is the most fun I could think of.
Well, obviously, you're doing a great job if they're keeping you around, but
Yeah.
I found out something before the cameras came on, and that is you are an actor as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And what bug bit you when?
While I was in medical school in Kansas City, I auditioned for an improv group because I figured nobody in Kansas City knew who the heck I was. So if I made a fool out of myself, it wouldn't matter. They'll just be like, that guy was an idiot. And so they took me in the group, and next thing you know, I'm in trouble because now I'm like, ooh, I like this acting thing. And my father, in his wisdom, said, you know, Johnny, most out-of-work actors are waiters. Why don't you finish school, then go do whatever the hell you want? And I went, man, it's a good idea. So I've had the pleasure of being able to become a pediatrician here in town, and then now have my sandbox and be able to play every once in a while. So it's a great, healthy outlet.
That's absolutely excellent.
Lucky, yeah.
Man, and I understand you here at the Playhouse are celebrating 100 years.
100 years, yeah. This is our 100th year of continuous community theater, which there are some theaters across the country who have maybe been around for a little bit longer, but apparently continuously nobody can vouch for that. So we're pretty much up there with continuous theater year in and year out. For 100 years we've been in the community. So it's great to be able to open our doors to get more of the community involved.
Definitely. And so what was your decision
Yeah.
on having the Smooth Summer Sessions here at the Playhouse?
An opportunity arose. We got a phone call and we got some emails, and Leslie Brown, who's our treasurer on our board, was integral in setting this up. And so the emails started flying back and forth. Would you guys be interested? What do you think of this idea? And we're always looking for stuff. We're always looking for entertainment for the community. If a play is not your cup of tea, what is your cup of tea? So we thought this is the perfect venue, the perfect opportunity.
Well, I know that you have more productions that will be happening
Yeah.
during the summer as well. What's coming up, summer and fall?
Our last production of our 99th season is 9 to 5, the Dolly Parton musical based off the movie. So that'll be in June. That opens here in June. That'll be the last show. And then we have the Millennial Theater Company here over the summer doing Spamalot, the musical, which is Monty Python's version, which is hysterical. And then we're continuously working because the opening of our 100th is Beautiful, the musical, the Carole King musical, which hits all the
nerves, all the emotions, right?
And it's not just her songs, man. It's the Animals. It's you got the Drifters. There's a whole variety of songs because they include their entire catalog of their writing. So we're working on that to open. So it's always busy.
Now here's the most important question of all.
Yeah.
You ready for it?
I'm ready.
Are you a jazz lover?
Oh my God, yes.
Okay.
Improv, man. I grew up in improv. It's all jazz,
That's
you know?
right. That's right.
It's the best. There is nothing better than connecting with somebody and just feeding off that person, the back and forth give and take. And so, no, this is exactly. So yes, I'm kind of excited for this.
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
we really do thank you. The community thanks you. Thank you for your great service,
Oh.
man. 100 years of excellence. Of course, you were not here all 100 years,
No.
but thank you.
Okay, man.
You
Well,
know.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you guys being here.
Take care.
All right, thank you.
So I just want you guys to give a big round of applause to Miss Sharon North.
Oh, is it?
Just to be able to accomplish this and be able to get this series going right here on the south side of Youngstown, I think speaks to how highly she thinks of us here in Youngstown, and I thank her for that. And I want everybody out there to really start thinking about how much highly we should start considering ourselves, even to the point where we correct the news when they talk bad about us here in Youngstown, okay? Because I think we all have to raise our mental status to the point where we're all contributing to each other and making the city better. Because we can see it all up and down Glenwood, we see it going on downtown, but we need to start seeing it in our neighborhoods, right? So how many people out there ready to do their part to be able to get the city back to where it needs to be?
There's no show without audio. I don't care who it is. It could be an A-lister, it could be a Grammy Award winner, but if they don't have sound, you don't have a show. Pat Benegas is here from Supersonic Audio. He is the man. He knows jazz like the back of his hand, and he knows sound. Pat, what's happening, man?
Not too much. How you doing today?
Man, I'm doing fantastic.
Good, good.
Thank you for being a part of this series.
Oh, a pleasure.
Now, I believe you're going to run all the way through every show, right?
Yeah, but it's my understanding we're doing every show for the series.
Now, how long has Supersonic Audio been in business?
Right before COVID, 2000, actually like about 2000, November of 2019.
Yeah.
I started, the company, and COVID hit, and then everything kind of went in the trailer and sat for a while, and then as things started opening back up, we started making things happen again.
That's great. Now tell me this though, that's when the company started, but how long have you been in audio?
I've been playing music since I was probably 3 or 4 years old on the piano. Started there as a keyboard player in the band Legacy for a lot of years until that band disbanded back. I think it was like about 2005, 2006. Really? Yep. And that being said, when that happened, I kind of gave up on playing. I mean, I really haven't touched the keyboard since then, but I hooked up with our sound guy that was doing the Legacy band, Jeff Schufer from Musician Support. I kind of like doing the back end of the stuff, the production end, and started just working with him and started, cutting my teeth on national acts and working in the theater and working for the local IATSE union. So yeah, just started little by little, and it matured itself to where it is today.
I understand that you are the magic behind the summer series that happens in the park, Jazz in the Park on Sundays.
Yeah.
Right?
We do that for Jeff Green too.
Yeah.
So every Sunday over there, that's such a great event. Great people over there. I mean, I look forward to doing that every year.
Now, how big is your team? Because it takes, you're not lugging this equipment in and doing all this yourself. How many people?
There's 2 of us, usually 2 of us, me and Steven. And then every once in a while, like on a bigger show, if I have to, I'll bring Jeff out. And then Mick Rispoli will come out and help us every once in a while too. But he's a guitar player for the Huck and Phil Billies.
Oh, there you go.
So so they're my main account. So it's kind of, when I scoop him up when they're not playing, because obviously I'm not doing sound.
Right.
So he has some background in it too. So I put him on a crew whenever we need to. But usually it's me and Steve.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, how can people get in touch with you? I mean, because I'm sure you do the smaller shows as well as the large numbers.
Honestly,
like
I mean, it's all word of mouth. I mean, other than I give my business cards out with my cell phone number on. I really do very little advertising. I'm not on Facebook.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of keep it on the down low. I mean, because this is not my number one.
Oh, not your main gig.
Not my main gig.
Gotcha.
So yeah, so this is my golf game. A very expensive golf game, but it's my golf game.
Understood.
Yeah.
One last question for you is how much technology, I mean, I was privy to the sound check that was going upstairs, and there's all these iPads and whatnot. How much has the technology and AI stepped into live production?
It's unbelievable. I mean, and I'll say this, learning on all the old analog stuff,
right?
When it went digital, it just made me that much better, because the digital stuff is just so, I mean, because you can see what you're doing. On the old analog consoles, I mean, you kind of had to hear, you knew where the sweet spots were on the board. Yeah. But with the digital boards, it's like, hey, you want this frequency right here, a little bit, cut the gain on this, and put the bandwidth. I mean, it's really accurate, so it makes you, a whole lot more dangerous, as I like to say. but and I will say this too. There's 2 different sounds with the digital and the analog. The analog, you get that real warm, sound to it, and the digital's kind of, that X's and O's.
Ones and zeros,
ones and zeros, man. It's just.
Yeah.
It's right on. So I mean, it's a little bit more of a crisp, clean, like real exact sound. So I mean, both have their
Pros and cons.
Pros and cons, yeah.
Well, what about artificial intelligence as far as live production is concerned? We know it's invading the studios.
Yeah,
but,
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
On live, but I'm sure. I mean, on the bigger shows, I'm sure it's probably being used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I mean, it just hasn't trickled down to anything. Kind of what I'm doing right this second.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, with the local stuff and then the regional, national stuff that I'm doing, there's really not a whole lot of it.
Gotcha.
But I'm sure it's probably making its way into the live shows.
Yeah, get ready, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but just, you know what? Your ears are real good, man. We were down here in the crunch zone and we heard the sound check, so you're doing it.
Appreciate it.
I really appreciate
Yep.
you.
No, thanks.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Blessings. Decades of chart-topping music, 25 undeniable CDs, and the distinction of being named the planet's best saxophonist. This is Ken Waters. How you doing, sir?
Great, thanks for having me.
Man, welcome to Youngstown, brother.
My pleasure, good to be here.
Man, and you are kicking off the Smooth Summer Sessions, and we couldn't be more delighted.
I'm honored to be a part of it, and I hope it's the start of something that will last for a very long time.
Yeah, I hope so as well. And we were checking out down here underground the sound check, and we knew if it was slamming down here, you are going to really break it off tonight. Who'd you bring with you? Who's your band?
My band is my brother, James Waters, on bass, great drummer, Greg Granger on drums, and my keyboard player is Alan Smith.
Absolutely. Very good, very funky, man. And we just know that you're going to just top it off. The one thing that I discovered, though, is you have the joy not only with your band that you brought, but playing with your wonderful daughter, Kayla, man.
Right.
Well, tell us about those proud papa moments.
That's something that I really can't describe, you know. Sharing the stage with her and being able to do concerts with her while we're both still on this planet. There's not a lot of guys that had that opportunity. I mean, Nat King Cole didn't get a chance to share with Natalie.
Yeah.
Layla didn't get a chance to sing with her dad. So it's a blessing to share the stage with my daughter and to watch her grow and see all of her success. 5 number ones back to back, man. That's impressive,
Absolutely.
you know. And just watching her, I'm proud of both of them. They're twins, Kayla and Kimberly. But Kayla's the piano player, and they're both amazing. And this was my biggest accomplishment, being a father, yeah.
Man, that's absolutely fantastic, man. And your wife's a wonderful singer as well, so you're
Yes,
just
yes.
musical all
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
360.
We've been blessed.
Absolutely. I found out too, sir, that not only are you just excellent on saxophone, but you started out a violinist.
Started out on violin.
Yeah.
And well, a lot of people don't know I do all the instruments on all my records. So I do a lot of programming, producing, and produced for many, many years a lot of the records for Shawnee and
Yeah.
Sony. Myself and Chuck Loeb were the major producers for those labels. And,
Yeah.
then also did a lot of R&B stuff. Kenny Lattimore, Shantae Moore, Mesa. So it's been a blessing, and I'm still enjoying the ride, yeah.
Absolutely. So what do you think is your passion more on the production end or the performance end? Or is it like walking that tightrope?
Well, definitely performing for me because, you know, when you're producing is great, but you have to really be strategic in how you're doing things because you want to be sure that the formula's right and to have that radio piece in there. But when you're live, it's your time to shine. You can let it all out, do your thing and let go and play the way you want to play. Yeah.
That's fantastic, man. Well, we're filming this just in 2 weeks of the wake of the passing of David Sanborn, man. You have any notes that you took from Dave when he was here?
Dave and I were very good friends. I met Dave way back in 1988. We were doing the show together, and we stayed friends for a very long time. And he's definitely a trademark in this genre. And his music will last forever, and so will his name, and his sound is irreparable. So he's truly one of the greats, and he will be missed.
Certainly, certainly. What's the most important thing that you tell a young saxophonist who's coming up and trying to get in the business? What do you key in is, look, brother, sister, this is what you really need to know?
My main thing is know it all. Don't, practice the right things. Don't practice. You can practice for 4 hours, but if you ain't practicing the right things, you're wasting your time.
Yes, sir.
And to be prepared for everything. Don't just concentrate on one genre. Learn all of it, because you never know who's going to call you, So be prepared and never stop learning.
Yes, sir.
I never stop, man. Every day something new is out, and I try to stay up on all that's happening right now. Yeah.
That's beautiful, man. Final question is, what's your vision for the night, man? What Youngstown is coming to see, man? They're going to be lined up around the block because Kim Waters is here. What's the vision?
I'm excited, and I want them to see a show that's going to keep them coming back and to want to see the rest of the shows in this series and to hopefully start a trend for Youngstown, and we can do this year after year after year and do something positive and bring positivity to the community.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you,
Peace
sir.
and blessings.
My pleasure, man.
Really enjoyed it. Actually, I'm not a big jazz fan, but I like all music, and I was just glad that it was here locally at the Playhouse, so it was nice.
Actually, to be honest with you, I'm from Lansing, Michigan, and I was here visiting family over the holiday. And I met the promoters at the hotel that we're staying in, and they invited me personally to be here, and I'm so glad that they did. As a vocalist myself, I could definitely appreciate the music, and it was just a beautiful event, so.
The favorite part of the show was all the sax playing. Now listen, that was the favorite part of the show, and it was great that how he sounded out to Youngstown and everything, and hopefully this is something that's going to pick up and continue to go, because it was a great show, and I'm looking forward to next month. It was awesome, and just for it being just the four of them, you didn't miss anything. You didn't miss anything. It was still an exciting show.
Well, I brought all my friends from Cleveland. Kim Walters did not disappoint. It was incredible to have Kim Walters here in Youngstown on the south side where I live, and I support this area and I support the arts, and this was incredible. It was the vibration that we needed to elevate this area. I'm Dr. Kelly Kirksey, and I'm invested in this town.
We just had a blast with Kim Waters and his band. We do look forward for you guys to show up on our next show. Council, you have anything to say?
Chris, thank you. Great job bringing Kim Waters into a neighborhood, making that personal for our citizens, making that personal for this board. A jazz musician of that caliber coming into the south side of Youngstown, amazing. You made the people of Youngstown feel like they are loved, they are valued, and I'm sure they'll be here for the rest of the series.